Well, quite the interesting situation that you described with Tropical Storm Julia.
Right. Yeah, forming over land. But also another thing to point out is that this system this morning at around 6 a.m. had 0% chance of developing into a tropical storm. So in less than 12 hours, for the most part, this went from a 0% chance to a tropical storm.
Wow.
So it gives you a little idea that things can happen pretty quickly, especially during this time of year. We are close to the peak of the hurricane season, and storms sometimes don't give you advanced warning, as the folks are seeing now up near Jacksonville, where they are under a tropical storm warning. Well, for us on our coast, we're not going to see much of an impact from Julia, and Julia may not be around all that long. In fact, it could be downgraded to a tropical depression as early as tomorrow night. Well, you can see the low-level clouds moving in pretty quickly from the south, and that's an indication that we're going to see a lot of moisture in the atmosphere. Siesta sunset, Fred Seeger getting a glimpse of the sun before it was setting, and you can see not much of it there. And yesterday, a lot of rainfall around. I think this could be an issue, too, for us tomorrow. Some of that rain could be heavy at times. You can see the spin and rotation quite clearly. The actual low-pressure center is right here. However, it looks like it may be shifting out into the Gulf, or I should say the Atlantic over the Gulf Stream. Lots of lightning here, and there's also the issue of possibility of tornadic activity as this system moves off to the north. You can see the rainfall pretty heavy now near Jacksonville. Stretching down toward the Palm Coast and near Daytona Beach, where Daytona Beach has had quite a bit of rough weather throughout the day today. And for us, notice some showers at this hour, a little bit unusual to see this, and that's a pull from that moisture right on into the system of Julia. And you can see some pretty heavy downpours through the night. Periodically, showers and even a few isolated thunderstorms are possible here. Not anticipating anything severe, and it looks as though we will see the potential, though, for some moderate to heavy rainfall throughout the day on Wednesday, periodically. Not all day rain, but we will see some showers and storms moving onshore as we move on time. 81 degrees right now, the dew point 75. We'll have a lot of sunshine, not until it looks like the weekend for the most part. A lot of clouds around tomorrow. 89 the high today, and 77 was the morning low. Those numbers very close to the seasonal averages. 95, by the way, is the record high temperature, and temperatures tomorrow will warm up into the upper 80s. Right now, temperatures across the region into the low 80s to upper 70s. We have 78 in Mayaca City, 79 now in Northport, and Punta Gorda at 77. Some rain falling right there. 86 in the Gulf temperature. Cortez at 82 and Wauchula at 76 degrees. Satellite and radar imagery combination showing the system getting a little bit better organized this evening, at least the last hour or so, with more convection developing on the north and east side of Tropical Storm Julia. It's moving to the north-northwest at 9, and the pressure is not all that low at 1,009 millibars. You'll notice the 5-day spread really doesn't move much at all. In fact, some of the models indicate that it will lose tropical characteristics on in through late to tomorrow night or possibly Thursday morning. But the tropical storm force winds, a small area may see some of that activity all the way into southeast Georgia. Elsewhere in the tropics, Ian is gaining some strength out there in the central Atlantic, and this disturbance number 2 has a pretty good chance of developing into the 11th named storm in about 3 to 4 days from now as it progresses off to the west. So very active time of year, and certainly we are seeing that with Ian not being a factor to any land area, but moving off to the north and strengthening somewhat tonight. Top winds are at 50 miles an hour. Well, as far as the water vapor content goes, we look at this to see the potential for rain, and you can see a lot of that moisture stretching all the way down into Cuba and in the southeastern Gulf of Mexico. All that will stream off into our general direction over time. But for the heavy rain, it'll be in southeast Georgia and northeast Florida, with some of that rainfall here moving on in throughout the day on Wednesday. Well, here's the boating forecast. Winds out of the south to southwest at 5 to 10 knots. Now, there will be some isolated showers and a few thunderstorms in the Gulf, even during the morning hours. And the water temperature now at 86 degrees. Look for a forecast tonight with a few showers around now and again. Low tide will be at 5:37 and sunset at 7:37. The forecast tonight, scattered storms, a pretty good chance for showers and storms overnight. 76 for a low tomorrow. More moisture around, some heavy rain possible. We'll look for variable clouds. And the extended forecast does call for a good chance for scattered storms Thursday all the way through really Tuesday of next week.